are off and underway. Proper here, Sheffield United in their traditional home colours, playing from right to left. Wolves win it back, play it long out from the back, then a break is on across the halfway line with Daniel Pedenza, and he's given his marker the slip here up to the corner of the penalty area. It might come in for Jimenez, and Wolves score. A devastating early blow as Jimenez coolly and calmly steers the ball past a diving Aaron Ramsdale and into the top corner. It was a top finish, but not the start Sheffield United wanted or needed. Blades 0, Wolves 1, 2 gone. The Wolves, who lead by a goal to 0, and it's pushed forward here. Dendoncker gets a little burst of pace to the byline. In goes the cross to Jimenez, down off the chest. He will turn and shoot, and it's a brilliant parry save by Aaron Ramsdale over the top of the crossbar. It was struck superbly by the Mexican. So in comes the corner. Neto's there, the header, and Wolves have a second goal, and it's Romain Saiss. Extraordinary from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ramsdale, the £18 million man, dived across in vain and couldn't get there. And we've had less than 6 minutes, and it's Sheffield United 0, Wolves 2. They themselves earned a club record 59 points in the Premier League last season, 5 ahead of Sheffield United, who are trying to just get a foothold in this game, trailing 2-0. In goes the cross and a diving header behind by Romain Saiss. So in comes that corner from the right, high into the box it goes. Jack O'Connell rose but couldn't get there. Fleck 35 yards out, tries to loop the ball back out wide. So Neves, and then Neto will take it, dinks it to the edge of the box. Dendoncker can't control, and Sheffield United try and play their way out of trouble. Then a long looping ball from Norwood into Sharp, who's had a coming together with Traore. Well, here is Fleck bending this free kick into the box, and despite the darting run of Sharp through the crowd of players, it was easily dealt with by Rui Patricio. So here's Neves swirling in across from the right-hand side. It's headed clear. Out it comes to Marçal, who teased the ball into Pedenza. Looped over the top. Jimenez is onside. No flag coming. Now Wolves in a crossing position. The cross is headed up, but not really away by Ollie Norwood, but it was telling enough. And things might open up now for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Moutinho goes cross-field, almost perfectly onto the toe end of Adama Traore. He's given Ender Stevens the runaround. He skipped past him to the byline. In goes the cross into the box, and a diving header from Egan into Neves, and then Dendoncker back to Neves once again. The bearded Neves just allowed to amble forward. Jimenez thought about the shot, brings it onto his left boot, curls one. A flick on by McBurney, picks out Sharp just in the D. Sheffield United here pressing. Norwood helps it to the left-hand side, and Stevens. A couple of appearances for the Republic of Ireland. In goes the cross, a teaser, and up goes the head of Romain Saiss, and behind it goes for a corner. Here's Ender Stevens manoeuvring the ball laterally into Norwood, who floats it in from deep, high into the penalty area. Lundstrom gets on the ball, on the half volley, loops it high into the air. Flex underneath it with his header, it's towards Patricio, and the keeper is fouled as McBurney's diving header sends the ball over the roof of the net. Billy Sharp with a 50-50 chance to get the ball, and he got the keeper, and McBurney heads over. Well, here's an opportunity now for the onrushing Jimenez. Jimenez outside the box, crossing into Neto, and Neto with a 50-50 with Basham. And it will be a free kick then against João Moutinho, 34 years old, and he played in 62 matches last season. Here's Fleck, high into the box, and Patricio comes to get it. Down the line it goes to Neto, who just tried to poke it past Chris Basham. Sheffield United win it back on halfway. Back then it goes to John Egan. A couple of appearances for the Republic of Ireland, of which he played 90 minutes against Bulgaria and Finland. And from his high ball forward, Basham's in a crossing position, and it forced Rui Patricio to act, and he's just had to palm the ball over his crossbar. Well, it was worth a go. I don't think he meant it. So, Blades corner. Norwood will float it in. Too high for McBurney on the corner of the 6-yard box. Wolves clear, an overhead kick clearance from Adama Traore. Now Neto scampering after Baldock. Baldock and Neto having a good foot race there. It's swept moving out towards Chris Basham, out on the far side of the pitch. Not the start to his 7th season at Bramall Lane that he would have wanted. as Lundstrom from that cross makes sure the ball goes out of play for a corner here. In comes another Norwood corner, a little higher and deeper, and McBurney! This time from 15 yards, it was straight at Rui Patricio. Norwood then, in-swinger, into the penalty area, didn't beat the first man, and he's a little one as well in Matinho, but the header goes away for a corner. So here comes that corner, in at the near post, but it doesn't beat the first man again, this time Jimenez, and it's cleared. Norwood has to react quickly and turn again away from Neto. Then from the centre circle, Ender Stevens is released by George Baldock. Here's Billy Sharp, outside of the penalty area. Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. Blades camped in Wolves territory, then it's driven long by Baldock, driving Wolverhampton Wanderers on. Jimenez is streaming forward, in goes the cross, takes a big deflection, and Wolves will end the half with a corner at the Cop end here at Bramall Lane. In it goes, short corner, into the feet of Neto. In comes the cross from Matinho, back stick, and then Donker's there, and a half-hearted attempt to volley it. And the referee calls half-time. Mike Dean blows his whistle, and the second half of this first round match in the Premier League is off and underway. Sheffield United go long to begin with. It's too long for Ollie McBurney. Ender Stevens bearing down on goal, acute angle and left-footed. He lifts his shot. The early chance at the start of the second half. High and behind. The Blades 2 goals down in the first match of the season at home to Wolves. Free kick bent to the edge of the box, and it doesn't beat the first man again. Ender Stevens will just take the ball on his left boot, play a teasing ball down the line, and Lundstrom's made a superb run in behind. Here he is just outside the penalty area. Back it comes, shooting chance! Oh, and off the post from John Fleck. Baldock, and it's knocked behind. Did the defender get a touch? He did, and it will be a corner. Brilliant football from Sheffield United, and a lick of paint away from reducing the arrears. In comes the corner, Fleck will take it, it's a floater, Egan's after it, he can't make contact. Now out to Adama Traore, puts on the afterburners, sidles a little too easily away from Ender Stevens, a little give and go now, and here's Adama Traore crossing, but Ender Stevens gets back, blocks that cross, and it will be a Wolves corner. In comes that corner, high into the box, and Seiss with the header, and it bounced furiously across the face of Aaron Ramsdale's goal and wide. Back it comes to Egan, the Republic of Ireland international glides forward to McBurney, back to Egan, lovely run, ball played through here, chance! Oh, and it's across the face of goal from Billy Sharp's cross. Nobody was far enough forward in red and white, and maybe Sheffield United can get on the ball here, but they've started to play before the linesman's flag is raised for offside. And here's Billy Sharp with a bustling run down the left-hand side, takes on Bolly, draws the challenge. He knew there wasn't anybody in the penalty area. Pedro Neto stands over this free kick, drills it in left-footed, and a good strong glancing header away off the forehead of Ollie McBurney. Billy Sharp latches onto the ball, in goes the cross, Conor Cody will volley his clearance to Adama Traore. Billy Sharp, low cross, McBurney, Conor Cody gets in the way. So Norwood then with the corner, in it comes, drilled in, and it's just poorly hit again. Well, here they are, hitting us on the break, or hitting Sheffield United on the break. Jimenez, out it goes to Seiss! Oh, great save by Ramsdale, and then the follow-up is knocked behind. Great save from Aaron Ramsdale, preventing what should have been a certain third Wolves goal. Well, McGoldrick has now come onto the field of play as Sheffield United launch an attack. Here is McGoldrick zipping the ball out wide to Lundstrom. Baldock's in behind, crossing position. Oh, and it's flicked by Sharp at the near post, and it's gone over. Now McGoldrick will be looking to improve his goal-scoring tally this season. Now Lundstrom into McGoldrick, 20 yards out, will shoot. It's off the legs of Seiss, who blocked at point-blank range on the edge of the penalty area. Now the danger of a Wolves counter-attack. Adama Traore is motoring, switching the ball between his feet, and then he shoots! And it's a wild effort that, to the naked eye at least, didn't look as if it was too far away. Infield it comes from Bergen. McGoldrick will turn. McGoldrick back out wide. Is there a cross here from Lundstrom? There is. It's a swirler, and it's cannon backwards off Seiss. Billy Sharp races after it to protect it. Yep, so in comes this corner. It's hit up to the D on the edge of the box. Egan wins the header, and then McGoldrick fouled as he cushioned quite a beautiful header to Billy Sharp, who leathered it in, but the linesman had a good view of that. Marcel down the line, looking for Traore, takes the ball and controls on the run. Oh, and he skipped past O'Connell and kept it in play. Glorious skill from Adama Traore. He slaloms upfield, then will shoot, then it's deflected, and then it's behind. From the far side, the John Street side of the ground here at Bramall Lane, in it comes into the penalty area, and the header at the near post from Jimenez. Jack O'Connell hurriedly steps on the ball, back to McGoldrick, out wide to Berger. Berger's first touch to control, second to lay it on to Baldock, whose cross is blocked by Marcel, and the Blades get a corner. So Lundstrom with the corner from the right-hand side. 3 minutes to go, and I have to say the set-piece stage corners have been poor tonight. Sheffield United manoeuvre it to the left-hand side. Billy Sharp's onside, and he's picked out by Fleck, and it will be another Blades corner at the Kop end. So in comes the corner then, high into the penalty area. Egan's arriving late, gets plenty of height on his header. Now Adama Traore, looking to his left and his right, but cantering forward through the Blades defence. Then he will shoot, and it is a corner from the far side of the pitch. Wolves a little non-committal here. They only have 2 men in that. They're going to try and keep it as best they can by the corner flag here for added time. Added time at the end of the second half. Berger drops his shoulder, glides past Ferreira, off it goes to Baldock, who's deep inside Wolves territory. He cuts in field, up to the edge of the penalty area. Lundstrom out wide to Berger. Berger now can cross, in it goes, high into the penalty area, and McBurney's header's cleared off the line by the defender, and away it will be partially cleared. McGoldrick's underneath it. Can Sheffield United build on this? Fleck hoisting it on now to McBurney, who's just outside the corner of the penalty area. Rolls the defender Cody, but then Cody responds. So corner this time taken. McBurney's header, and it's just glanced off his forehead. It's gone wide of goal. Will be kept in play by Egan, but then he swung at it rather wildly. Now McGoldrick back down the line to Lundstrom. Is there a teaser in here? Yes, there is. McBurney flung himself at it, but Bolly was there. Well, here is Lundstrom. Infield from the right-hand side now to McGoldrick, whose attempt to cross goes behind for a corner here, underneath the empty Kop end here at Bramall Lane. In it goes into the middle, headed clear, and the referee, Mike Dean, does call full time here.